Well, here we are, folks. We've just run into Kevin Hauser, special teammates for the New Orleans Saints. How's everything?
Everything's great. It's a beautiful day, and we just had our first pick, and so we're having a good time out here doing some snapping demonstrations and helping raise money for Children's Hospital.
Now, of course, you know, the one thing the Saints didn't need help with for the most part last year was on special teams. You got a great guy. Let's talk about Fred Mcafee first. I mean, a guy who's been in the league 12, 13 years now, started with the Saints, then came back after a few journeys. Without a doubt, coverage was just immeasurable for the team, you know, thanks to guys like him and Steve Gleason, Mel Mitchell.
We've been very fortunate with our special teams coach, not only with Freddie, but I think we got to start at the top with Al Everest, who has done a wonderful job, who is unsurpassed in the way that he coaches. And with Freddie's an incredible asset to us because not only is he a great athlete, a great special teams player, but he's a great leader. Leads by example, and he's someone that we look up to. As far as Steve and Mel, I think they followed Freddie's lead, and we all aspire to be like Freddie. And so he's done a great job for us.
Now, I want to tell everybody, since obviously this is radio and they won't be able to see it, but a few minutes ago I tried the snapping routine from both 7 and 15 yards out. It is not as easy as it looks. Now, obviously, to become a special team snapper, or over the years, I guess, going back through high school and college, because, like, when I crouch down to try to snap that ball, obviously I'm not used to it, but it seems like more difficult than it looks on TV. Is there any kind of, like, special exercises you have to go through to learn how to be a good snapper?
Just a lot of practice. It's a specialty. It's sort of like shooting a free throw in basketball. You just a lot of repetition, and you have to get comfortable looking at the world upside down.
Well, as long as you're not Shaquille O'Neal trying to free throws, then that'd be another story right there.
Yeah, that would be.
Okay, but before we run, you know, last year, like I said, one other fellow we have to talk about. Of course, you know, besides you and leading that offensive line on special teams coverage, and of course, listen, John Carney in the field goal department, Mitch Berger's coming in to punt. There's a guy everybody loves down here named Michael Lewis. What was your impressions when you first met him, and how great have his contributions been? After all, he did go to a Pro Bowl as well.
Mike is a wonderful person. He's a guy that has persevered, who's overcome being overlooked a couple times, and has really shown what he can do. And just watching him, it's fun for us because you catch yourself sitting back in practice and just watching him and saying, wow, look at this guy. He's incredible.
Very fast fella. And please tell us again, I believe you're the charity group you mentioned, you'll be having a softball game in mid-May?
Yeah, it's our foundation name is Life's a Snap. We're having a softball game May 14th from 6:30 to 8:30 at Zephyrs Field. And it's going to be a great time. Give people a chance to get out, meet a bunch of the players, get autographs, get pictures, and help out a good cause.
Well, I'll tell you what, as you know, we broadcast from Thibodaux. I'm sorry y'all not coming back because we love meeting you for the 3 years. Now, while it's always been hot and humid and occasionally rainy, I take it you've probably got a lot of love from the fans out there.
We've had a wonderful time out there, and the town itself, we're going to miss it. We are going to miss it as a team. It was always nice to get out there. And, just a wonderful town, wonderful fans out there. We hope they'll come in and see us because I know we'll miss them.
Well, we appreciate your time.
Thank you very much.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, here at the Saints Hall of Fame, we're talking to Jim Fast, the longtime chaplain for the Saints. How's everything today?
Everything's great. It's a good weekend.
Thank you. Well, let's start from the beginning. How long were you the chaplain for the team?
I was chaplain from 84 till 2001, so 17 years.
Tell all the listeners, how did you get the title of Saints chaplain?
It started back when Coach Phillips was the coach, and we had a linebacker by the name of Scotty Pallure. And I had some Christian bookstores at the time, and Scotty and his wife Kim were regular customers. And he was talking with Coach Phillips one day, and Coach was talking about having a particular situation with a team member. And so Scotty said, well, why don't you call Jim Fast and link them up? And I was doing Bible studies in the neighborhood and having the Christian bookstore. So Coach Phillips called, and I met with him, and then I met with the player, and then just sort of evolved into the pregame chapels, arranging pregame mass, hospital visitation, and it went on for 18 years.
Wow. Now, the real touching moment at the luncheon was when Sam Mills introduced you to everybody. I take it he's been a real good friend to you.
Yeah, Sam, of course, joined the Saints when Coach Mora came in '85 when the USFL was disbanded. And, of course, we got Coach Moore and most of the staff of USFL. And Sam was one of the linebackers that came with him. And we developed a close relationship. He played here for 10 years. And he was he's one of the nicest gentlemen I've met in football, out of football. And we developed a close relationship, a close friendship.
3-2. Well, the one thing we always talk about football being a business, but there's obviously a human side to it. Did often players ever come to you and to ask for help and guidance on different things?
Yeah, and the Saints professional football is very much like any other business. I mean, it's a sport certainly, but it's also a business. And along with the business come challenges. There's problems at home. There's problems with different areas of their lives. And I was fortunate that I had a relationship with the Saints that would allow the coaches, if they caught wind of it, or even the other players, to direct players to me. And my wife did marriage counseling, and we did off-the-field counseling and hospital visits. And it was like having a church membership of about 70 people, 70 families.
Well, Jim, we appreciate the time and congratulations on the Fleur de Lis Award.
Thank you. I appreciate it.